The Dyson Sphere's construction continues. It's time to ramp up production of solar sails and add a ton more guns to Gacrix 1. And research has stopped again. Okay, just kidding. Let's tackle that first. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. So I do want to go ahead and investigate why we have had a new stoppage of research. We're going to have to visit Alpha Andromeda. Well, we don't technically have to. If I had monitors set up, I could deduce from a distance what was going on, but we're going to just take the old school hands-on approach because I haven't used monitors yet in this series. That's something that I want to dedicate some time to off-camera, most likely, because as I mentioned in the past, I have messed with monitors. I've tried to use them. I've used them in more than one playthrough, but whether they've been updated or not, it could be that like their full functionality was not something that I understood. So what would often happen, and we've already talked about this, so there's no need to rehash anything, but like what would often happen is if a line was completely full and not moving because it was full and something else was stopped, then that alarm would start going off as though the line was empty, and that's not what I wanted it to do. Now, apparently, there's a setting where you can prevent that from happening, so that's what I need to mess with. But that's probably one of the most technical things that you can try to finagle on camera. And if I'm not quite familiar how to do it, I would rather do that in between series. So we're just doing some hands-on stuff. Taking a look at things directly. It is interesting that we are not producing any of these at all, though. Like, what did we run out of? I'd be very curious about this. Hello? There we go. That was the most chaotic landing in the history of chaotic landings. Okay. Yeah, so we're still out of these processors. Why? Why? What do you not have? You don't have plane filters? Why don't you have plane filters? What's your problem? You don't have Casimir crystal. What do you not have? Graphene. What the actual... Why don't you have graphene? Don't tell me it's hydrogen. I will lose my entire mind. No? Graphene is being sent. Let's see where it's going. I guess we just need to re-examine graphene production here and possibly just start importing some, because this is a problem. Wait, where is this even going? So here's our graphene. Oh wait, that's our hydrogen. Where's the graphene going? Alright, no, these are still full. Yeah, this hydrogen line is still full, so we definitely have some graphene production that's not functioning. Okay, graphene's going this way, into this tower. We have several inputs. Yeah, so we had... Alright, there's copious amounts of it right here. Is it because... Oh, that's what it is. These are still set up to pull most of it off. Alright. Word choice, Hadrian. Let's go ahead and reverse these. Matter of fact, screw it. Let's just go ahead and set those to... Well, no. In case it fills up, we'll leave the intakes. But they're putting it out faster than they're taking it in. Alright, so that's part of the issue. Let's see if we can get the problem somewhat addressed with that. So graphene, I guess, was not entirely solved when I thought it was. And I might just need to import some, but it also seems like we have some graphene production being held up by hydrogen. Surprise, surprise. So I think another thing I'm going to need to do... I just need to start burning more hydrogen, either that or using it to make more deuterium. That just seems like the sensible choice at this point. So there was a concern about whether or not I'd run out of warpers. I think I'm fine, given that I was out of... We're no longer producing the green cubes. But now that we have graphene coming, yes. So we're producing these again. And that should hopefully continue, at least for the near future. I would think that it would be okay. I need to find a way to burn off that excess hydrogen, though, because right now we still have an issue with that. So let's once again trace hydrogen on this planet. That piler is not... Oh wait, no, hang on, that's for fuel. It's still not necessary. It looks like it's functioning, though, for some resources going through, so I can't complain too loudly. Okay. So... yeah, this is completely stopped up. We have hydrogen flowing... Which way is it going? It's going this way. And why is it stopped? Why is nothing moving here? We have a ton of hydrogen. I mean, the fact that this line is not moving at all is somewhat disconcerting. Also, let's go ahead and dismantle this mine. So coal might be a problem again in the somewhat near future. Oh, there's still a little bit more coal there. I didn't notice that. Hang on, real quick. I'm not actually going to do anything with that coal. But, okay, so what's going on here? We're supposed to be making deuterium down here, right? And you're not making deuterium because the storage is full. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to change that right now. You're just going to have an extra line here. And first of all, let's see where this is coming from. This is the output. All right, perfect. All right, so now that we're producing deuterium again on this planet, also I can probably make some more storage tanks while I'm here. So that's not quite the same as building up... Oh wait, this one's empty too. Good. Always love grabbing one of those back. I wonder how long that particular piler had not been powered. That's interesting. Alright, we might have an issue with coal. I'll have to check. Because it seems like we could be running a little bit low over here. But I think... No, actually, we're quite full of coal at the moment, so that's nice. Anyway, where was I? So we're producing research cubes again. And I can also see some green cubes making their way back down this line, so this is filling back up. So, crisis averted. But, oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to make more of these storage tanks. Because apparently I need to. So, let's go ahead and grab some of these resources. I can put some things away. So let's do that. There are some other to-dos that I've been thinking about in between episodes. So I do want to go ahead and get to the solar sails and the guns, but there's some other stuff on Gakrux that I want to take care of as soon as possible. I need glass, that's what it is. Sometimes in this game, it's literally like it's that same feeling you get when you're standing in the grocery store and you don't have your list right in front of you, and you're like, what else did I need? And you just stand there waiting for the thought to occur to you. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just build ridiculous amounts of those. And as a matter of fact, it looks like I can build more, so I am going to build more. Because I've been in the situation a few times now where I don't actually have a lot of those in my inventory, and it bothers me. Okay. Done. Alright, so am I satisfied that that solved the problem? No. There's a question. I know that we're consuming more hydrogen for a bit. Hang on, what's going on here? Can I potentially build storage for these in a way that would get all of those running again? That seems like it's probably a very good idea. So let's do that. Same way we did with the graphene, in fact. So you're going to spit these back out, but I want you to pull these in faster than you're spitting them out. And we're going to build a pretty tall stack as a buffer for these. So one of the ways this will address the issue is it's going to increase the production of buildings that are consuming resources, which in turn require hydrogen. So I have not only built some additional storage here just now. Hang on, let's go ahead and get that all the way up. I've not only done that, but I've also built some additional storage for these outputs. So all of these buildings which are consuming deuterium here are actually given something to do in this particular environment. So hopefully that will mostly solve the issue. And we'll know when I take a look at graphene right here. Didn't solve it. Because I'm still showing empty on graphene. So let's see if we can figure out what else we can do. I might just need to... I don't want to build another freaking hydrogen tower, but... Okay, no, graphene's being produced here again. So what I just did is working. It just maybe is possibly still making its way around. Let me follow the graphene production chain one more time. Am I exporting graphene anywhere from this planet? That might be one thing that I can immediately nix. Okay, so that is going to need to be deleted before long. If I'm exporting graphene from this planet, I can almost certainly say heck to the no and prevent that from continuing to happen. Alright, so there's just a continuous stream almost of graphene that is unpainted. Excuse me? Are you being painted when you leave the tower over here at least? Please tell me you are. Because otherwise, what am I even doing with my life? Oh my god, you're not. This shows that some of the graphene that's come here has been painted, but doesn't show that the optical grading crystal has been painted. What was I thinking and or not thinking when I built this? There's a question. Alright, so I need to get my graphene painted. Alright, so more graphene just arrived, which is lovely. It's not going to last very long, but I definitely need to... Hang on. Let me take a look at my current paint system here. Sorry, just looking at the episode timer for a minute. Okay. Realizing how long I've already been on Alpha Andromeda 2. But, like, realizing that graphene was still an issue? Maddening, let me tell you. Alright, yeah, graphene's still a problem here. So definitely need to ensure that all of these things... Yeah, I have a lot of stuff that's not painted here, actually. And that kind of drives me nuts. So where does my paint finish up? I mean, I could always just use a splitter somewhere. Dyson Sphere Stress. Nice, so we finished that research finally. Alright, paint is over here. Yeah, I probably will just use a splitter, but I just want to know where it terminates. Looks like it terminates there. Is this deuterium not painted? Are you joking? Okay. So this is deuterium flowing in, yes? We definitely need to make sure that's painted, so... Well, hang on, maybe it's painted farther down the line. We'll take a look here. Maybe it is. Nope, it's not. Love that. Love it. Okay. So we definitely need to build another painter right there. And I will just use a splitter. We're not going to do anything from this particular terminus. Okay. So... yeah, we also have graphene coming out here and going where now? Okay, it's actually being sent in a number of different directions here. That was unexpected. Where's it going? Yeah, it's going to support these here as well. So we have graphene being pulled in from multiple directions. So what we really need to do is we need to make sure it's painted back here. Which is the best place to get it painted anyway. So let's go ahead and just pop that down right there. And now we need to find the best spot to bring paint line all the way back here, which shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, right here. I'm going to do a splitter, but add a little bit of ground there. Nice. Actually, wait. That makes me sad. I just had this wild hair. Like, I can't remember the last time I actually tried to just put a splitter on top of a line. Sadly, it does not work. Unless it's a shift enter thing like it is for blueprints, which it could be. But that's definitely the sort of thing that I can see them adding in the future to DSP, even if it doesn't actually have a functional implementation right now. Alright, so now this is going to come all the way back here. Let me go ahead and lay this out. Okay, now all of our graphene, which is fed into this particular planetary logistics station, is being painted now. As I recall, there were some other goods over here that weren't being painted, so let's address that need. Alright, so it looks like they're all coming in... Wait, no. They're being fed that direction. So they're actually coming in from another direction over here. We're just doing one resource at a time right now. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Are you serious? I have something over here not painted. Really? Really? That's adorable. All right. Well, this is easy. That might actually work. Let me see if I can put a line down there. Yeah, I can. Can I get a line past that? No, I can't. That would have been nice. In that case... Do I have a power problem now? Wouldn't be surprised if I do. Yeah, I do, actually. So I'll have to get some... I mean, with all the stuff that I just put back into production mode, it's not surprising at all that there's a power issue. So I'll address that momentarily. Here's what I'll do. Let's just go ahead and place it this way, because I can totally do that. And then we will come here, and there's a couple things I need to do. Let's place that terrain. And we should be able to put a splitter down right there. Flawless. Love it. And as a consequence of that, we're just gonna go around the tower. Ignore the tower, it's fine. Oh wait, we don't even have to curve back. We can just do this. Alright, so now all of that will be painted as well. Now before I go anywhere, let's make sure that everything here is going to be painted. It will be. Okay, so that's really going to help with Casimir crystal production on all fronts, because this is the terminus of that line that I was just painting. These resources are otherwise already painted. We have some hydrogen coming in that's not painted, so there's still some work that I can do here to better paint the stuff on this planet. But for now, hang on, let me make sure I'm good on antimatter. Oh, I'm totally good. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, so it's time to go ahead and build some more artificial stars. Now, out of curiosity, will you work if I do this? Yes, you will. Flawless. Glorious. Okay. So now, now power is no longer an issue on Alpha Andromeda for the time being. And it seems like, yeah, we don't have a backstock of green cubes yet, but look at this. Look at this. That's how far along we are. Oh, that's fantastic. All right. Let's actually do this episode what I said I wanted to do this episode, now that we've addressed that problem. And again, the silver lining of all this, I don't know if I finished this thought a moment ago, but I said it earlier in the episode for sure. The silver lining of all this is that while we've been running around like chickens with our heads cut off, solving that particular issue on Alpha Andromeda 2, the Dyson Sphere has been building this entire time. So we probably have additional frames to fill in, and now we can just focus on the problem of getting more of that swarm built up rapidly, more solar sails built, and also just getting more guns built so that the panels can fill in. It's going to be a beautiful, highly productive sphere when it's done. It already is a beautiful, highly productive sphere, if I do say so myself. Another wonderful thing that happens when you reach the completion of the frame of the sphere, rockets no longer need to launch. Think about that for a minute. Think about, even if you haven't played Dyson Sphere Program, if you've watched this series with any degree of tracking the complexity at all, I'm not saying that you've caught like every detail. I've certainly missed a lot of details myself, but just think about the sheer number of resources that go into the production of rockets based on what you've seen in this series. Well, once the frame is done, I don't need rockets anymore. So all of that stops, and everything else can, take advantage of the newfound excess, which is amazing. There's definitely some frames that are done, or actually, no, I don't see any frames that are completely done yet. You can still see rockets just firing non-stop, though. Look at that. Those are all rockets. Oh my god. That's incredible. I've never had a planet in Dyson Sphere Program launch them this prolifically, and it's because of the proliferator paint. It's amazing. All right, so yeah, we definitely have a solar sail issue. Before I do any of that, though, the very first... Hello? Alright, good. So these are... Wait, where are these coming from? Hang on, I need to find out why some of these aren't painted. Oh, it's just because this line hasn't moved since I built the paint. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, that line literally has not moved. Weird. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, before I look at this, which is definitely the next thing that I want to work on, I actually do want to take a look at my blue paint. Alright, so we currently have blue paint being brought here, and there's plenty of it, thankfully. Let's go ahead and drop some there as well. We have some in our inventory. So it's being produced, I think, at the other pole. Yeah, we're actually running out of solar sails right now because of whatever shortage we've had. I think it's mainly been graphene. Alright, what's your issue here? You're full. I mean, that's not a bad problem to have. Okay. So one thing that I'm not painting, one very important thing that I'm not painting, that I didn't think about, but that I definitely need to paint, is my paint. I don't know how I didn't think about it, but I didn't think about it. So let me think of the best place to put this thing. Probably just need to put it... Yeah, we're going to put it here. Here, I'll put it here so there's a little bit more room to expand if I ever need to. And then this will be the easiest paint build ever. Oh, just kidding. The slope is going to make us fight it. There we go. And now we just need to power it. And now all of our paint is painted. Now that we have that in place, that's actually something I should have had in place from the beginning, and just that's the one detail I missed. So that should really help in a number of ways. But now let's go back and look at the state of solar sail production. With graphene coming in a little bit more reliably, I would think that maybe the situation is improving, but I can't really tell. It seems like we're still actually emptying out. All right, so right now what I'm seeing is an absolutely full line of graphene, which is beautiful. This is graphene right here. So we are cranking out these new solar sails, but it doesn't look like oh, nothing. These aren't proliferated. Really? Really? Must have missed that. All right. My bad. Let's fix that, shall we? Best way to fix that. Let me think. Yeah. I hate it. It's kind of ugly, but it's the best way to fix it. So, hang on, a couple things. We need to go ahead and just... What was I gonna... I think if we... build it back like this. There we go. Now I can reconnect the graphene so that those newly fed machines are not starving again momentarily. Like, oh my god, we just got graphene, you took it away from us, you jerk. I know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you. Please forgive me. Alright, so, paint. Where are you? I guess I just hadn't fully finished painting everything around here, but now there's a clear opportunity to do so. So, let's see. Yeah, it looks like right about here. Done. Lot going on here. Also probably didn't need to bring the paint down this way because it's already coming this way. But I'll tell you what, if that's the case, let's simplify a little bit. No, I'm not going to delete the whole line. I just want to delete this. Let's simplify a bit. Now that I can see that there's already paint right there, I don't know why I didn't just, like, look a little closer. Yeah, I was over there, that's why. So I went that way looking, and I should have gone this way looking. Okay, well, there's paint right here. Problem solved. That's much easier. It's not painted paint yet, but it will be eventually, once that little correction that I just made finds its way around the entire apparatus, which hopefully won't take too long. Okay, so now solar sails should be... Let's watch this for a second. Starting now. There we go. All right, so these should be proliferated fully. And as a consequence of their proliferation, we should start to see more of these as opposed to less. Maybe. So while that is kicking into high gear, let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, we definitely have some frames that we can place. Not too much yet, but we're still getting that frame built. Definitely starting to see... Hang on. Yeah, these are fully proliferated, which is good. Everything here proliferated? Yep. I just really want to see everything humming without stopping on this particular planet. We just have more and more power generation right now, which is great. Let's see if... I'll bet you these are at capacity. Yeah, they are. They're at capacity. So, I don't know... Because their maximum output is 30 megawatts each. So what I might need to do in order to pull more power is I need to get more of these built at some point relatively soon. But for now, I think I'm okay. Alright, so that's heartening. I'm actually seeing one of the production buildings for Casimir crystals backed up completely because... I mean, that's just not something you would have expected to see based on what we just saw at Alpha Andromeda. But here, those are backed up completely. So, yay. So, yay. How are we doing here? It does seem like this is... I don't know. Like, I think I do probably need to build some additional machines here. There's just no space. Like, I've already built this out as much as I can. Although there is space because of the way this is structured. So, never mind. Never mind, we're good. I can easily increase this. I don't know why I didn't just like see that right away, but it's right in front of me. So what we'll do... Oh my god, it'll fit perfectly. Alright, let's build a belt first. So that we don't even have to do any sorter work. And it'll be glorious. Now, I don't know if we'll actually build the same number that are already in this row. I don't know if we're going to do an entire row of the same size, but it's sure tempting. It's awfully tempting, let me tell you. Okay, so what I need to do here is kind of obvious. Let me temporarily pull this paint. And we're going to have you come to right about here. And this new row is, what I want to do is just have them directly feed the second box. It'll have the same effect at the end of the day. It's not going to be a big deal. Hang on, can I get it to work like this? Good enough. Because just aesthetically, I want them to be facing the same way. I'm sorry, it's not necessary. I know, you can have painters going either direction. I know that, I do. I really do. But... this is just the way I want to build them. Okay, so now those are set up. And now, gloriously... Hang on, let's get the power set up. I don't need to do too much in the way of extra power, but I will do what I can. Alright, couldn't quite put that in the same spot. It's fine. Love the satellite substations. This has turned into just a beast of a planet. Okay, now we're going to rotate you. Place you like so. And let's start with... oh, lack of item. Excuse me? Lack of which item specifically? Oh. Duh. Alright. That's fair. Alright, so that's 8. Let's do 2 more. Alright, so that's 10. So let's see what happens if we add 20 more of those machines. First of all, is power okay? Yes, power's completely fine. Alright, now these aren't painted right now, but by the time they get over here, they're painted. And so everything going in here, this will start filling up much faster now, I would imagine, hopefully, maybe. Because remember, we're about to add an entire second ring of these. So we need these to actually start backing up. So what I'm really hoping to see is this filling up a bit. It's cool that there are some making it all the way around. What that indicates to me is that we are, you know, it's not like we have a dramatic shortage. What we wouldn't want to see in this situation where we've been running out of sales is we wouldn't want to see none making it back around. You know, that would be the scary thing at this point. The fact that some are making it back around means that all of the guns are being adequately fed still. It's just we've had a bit of a shortage and there's space on the line, so this backup tower is emptying out, whereas for a while it was completely full. So again, that situation will change when I add more guns to it, but we're also going to add more guns to it in the next episode because we're at the end for this one. I'm sorry, I wanted to build guns too. I know, it sucks. But we got other really good stuff done. I found things that weren't painted on both Homeworld and Galactic 1. There are probably additional things that aren't painted, but that was a step in the right direction for sure. And let's see what else we have here. Yeah, all this is painted. Oh, wait, no. Maybe... Hang on. Are these painted as they go? Well, yeah, they're getting painted. But are the resources that are... No, because of the way this is set up. So... there may be a way to get these painted, because all of these are being painted. And I think we could produce more of these if we had, you know, if we could get this entire row. This is a huge number that's not actually contributing painted plane filters to the production of these quantum chips. So I think it would be really beneficial to find a way, and I think I can see a way to make that happen. So I might mess with that in the next episode too. But what I really want to see is just that we are continuing to build up the number of solar cells that we need. The thing is, though, as soon as we're done building the frame, the problem will largely disappear because we will no longer need solar cells for the production of these, which are frame materials, or sphere components. These are frame materials. So once we are no longer chewing through so many cells here, these can back up again quite quickly. So at the beginning of the next episode, I'm going to give the order to like finish building the frame. I'm going to go ahead and set up the rest of it most likely, just so that that can be underway, knowing that when that's done, all that's left is just to fill everything in, and we'll be just building copious amounts of these solar cells. It's kind of bittersweet, isn't it? We're in the end game now. The sphere is visible now. There's actually a surface when you look at it out in space, which is crazy to me. Let's go inside it. We haven't gone inside it yet before we wrap up. So I'm going to go ahead and give the order to just start building the rest of the frame. It'll take a lot of resources. It'll be a big drain while it's happening, but then once it's done, it's done. And it won't take as long as the lower lattices did, because it doesn't require as much material at that latitude, which is cool. Man, look at just the sheer number, and we're not even done. We haven't built our second row of guns yet. This is going to be nuts. I have so many guns. Look at that. Been quite the journey, hasn't it, my friends? With much more to come in this and another series. All right, let's wrap up here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon, US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.